Hey everyone, Jacob Gundy here, and today we have some news about Borderlands 3 and a YouTuber. So I personally have never played a Borderlands game, and I kind of might play one in the future, but right now I'm just not interested in any of them, so I don't really have any backstory on what Borderlands is. I think it's one of those open world games though, because I saw some gameplay of it once. Speaking of gameplay though, this YouTuber has been leaking gameplay from Borderlands 3 for the past few months, and the people who made Borderlands 2K are not very happy. They struck his channel for copyright infringements, and they allegedly sent some police to his house. So let's read this article by Kotaku and see what they have to say about the situation, because I want a little more backstory about this. I'm not really too sure what's going on here. After 2 weeks of no uploads, a notable Borderlands personality on YouTube returned to the platform yesterday with a video explaining his absence. He said that the game's publisher, Take-Two Interactive, hit his channel with several copyright strikes and sent investigators to his home in response to months of Borderlands coverage on his channel, which included leaks about upcoming games in the series. So, as you know, if you get 2 copyright strikes, I think, or 2 community guidelines strikes, then you will not be able to upload any videos for 2 weeks. So that explains his absence there. But also, if you didn't know, leaking game footage is a very wrong thing to do. I mean, I wouldn't say it's necessarily illegal or arrest worthy, but it is it's a very wrong thing to do, because these people worked hard on their game. They don't want anyone seeing what they're working on. They don't want anyone trying to steal what they're working on, because that could just screw up the whole game. Someone could easily make a copy of it, maybe one of their competitor companies, but nobody knows. That's why it's so scary to have your game leaked to the public. I mean, imagine working on a game for a long time, all out of your originality or original imagination, whatever you want to call it. Imagine working on a game for, like, let's say, a year. And then someone comes along after they see a bunch of footage from it, and they take your game, and then they basically remake it and get more money than you, because they've already made what you've been working on. But that's the worst case scenario. The best case scenario is that some crappy company or some user who steals assets from Unity, they make a rip-off game and no one plays it. That's probably the best case, but still, that's a pretty big infringement there. Since I've had time to reflect on the situation, I'd say excitement got the better of my judgment, said Matto Somers, who has been posting Borderlands videos on YouTube since 2015. It was a bit of a crappy thing to do. So, yeah, the YouTuber's name who was leaking all this stuff was Matto. I mean, I do not warrant any witch hunting or harassment of this person, but this is just saying what who this was. He did realize it was a pretty crappy thing to do, and it was wrong, and the excitement got the better of him. That happens to all of us, though, right? But I think this has less of an excuse. Excitement should not be able to get the better of you so much that you're posting months of leaked content. That's a big no-no right there, I'd say. Take-Two subsidiary 2K Games, however, said that the YouTuber's actions were sometimes illegal and even harmful to the Borderlands community. The action we've taken is the result of a 10-month investigation and history of this creator profiting from breaking our policies, leaking a confidential information about our product, and infringing our copyrights. A 2K Games rep said in the statement, "Not only were many of his actions illegal, but they were negatively impacting the experiences of other content creators and our fans in anticipation for the game." So, not only is this guy in trouble, he's actually being investigated, as I covered earlier in this video. Now, being investigated by official, police members, stuff like that, that is a very big deal, and you would not want that to happen to you, would you? So, this guy, I do agree that he probably should have known better, but also, isn't this kind of a big deal just for a game? A 10-month investigation? I can maybe understand like an interview or a week-long investigation, something like that, but 10 months, that's a lot. So this game must be really anticipated, as they say in the last sentence, because it does also ruin the experiences of other people who won. So I entered this SFM art contest by this YouTuber, DasumXD, and we've been anticipating the results of the SFM contest for a long time. And the thing is, you get a reward for the SFM contest. Why do I bring this up? It's because all our anticipation, the thing that encourages me to wake up every morning instead of at, 1 o'clock in the noon, is that I might have won the art contest. So anticipation can really affect people, and it is a really good feeling once you see what you've been waiting for. Say you've been waiting for their new game, but all the information's been leaked to you. The game's not fun anymore. It's not brand new or exciting anymore, because you already know what's gonna happen. You already know the basis of the game. You might not know the whole story, but it just ruins the feeling for you. So not only is he in trouble with the law, he's in trouble morally as well. The company did not specify what it was that Somers did that they think broke the law. So that's kind of suspicious, but I can kind of understand why they did that, because they've already had this guy leaking out all of their information, and they don't want anyone to know what information he leaked that would actually be in the game. See here, if you leak information, that's just the beta game, the playtesting game, okay? That's not like the actual game. If they told everyone what they were mad at him about, then they know what's actually going to be in the game. If they know that information, they know exactly what they're going to be dealing with. There's not anything to surprise them or welcome that anticipation or make the anticipation pay off. It says here, Somers' videos include playthroughs of the Borderlands series as well as tips, tricks, and an in-depth history series that explores the lore of Borderlands universe. For the last year, Somers' channel has also been home to Borderlands 3 leaks and speculation, which he always attributed to either unnamed sources or the work of a community or fans digging through SteamDB, a third-party data repository that shows the work being done behind the scenes to get games ready for the PC platform. So, this guy doesn't even tell anyone where he got all this information from in the first place. He could have gotten it from a whole other planet, we don't know. But that just makes it even more fishy, because why wouldn't he give out where he's getting the information from? That would get him in a lot more trouble. We're gonna get all that. We're gonna find out what happens after the investigation, but right now there's just a lot of speculation about this state of affairs, I guess. Anyways, wherever he was getting his information from, Somers got a lot of things right, including the details about 4 new playable characters, the presence of a radiation element for guns, and the development of a Borderlands 2 add-on that would bridge the gap between the game and the sequel. His videos were sometimes exaggerated and speculative, such as when he would fill time between major announcements, with videos discussing shoulder patch similarities and character balance without having played the game. So, yeah, this guy gave out a lot of false information, but the scarier thing, is that he gave out a lot of true information, too. So wherever he's getting all of this from, it knows a lot, and foreign companies could take advantage of this to make their games better. And the fact that he's talking about, 4 new playable characters, radiation elements, possibly other important stuff like that, that is a big deal, because new playable characters, if you don't know yet, they are big parts of games. Playable characters are big parts of games in general. But Somers claims that on July 25th, investigators showed up at his home in the New Jersey and questioned him on behalf of the New York-based Take-Two Interactive, the parent company of Borderlands publisher 2K Games. He describes being tense due to strangers trespassing on his private property and regrets having spoken with them. Somers allegedly answered questions about his channel and various information he had previously reported on, such as SteamDB developments and the rainbow item rarity found in the game code before Fight for Sanctuary's release. Later on, Somers says he found that the investigators in their private film on LinkedIn with indications that they have been contacted by Take-Two. So Take-Two themselves have contacted the authorities, and it was already kind of hinted at earlier in the article. I'm kind of at a loss of why he would be tense when talking to strangers about this stuff. If he can talk about spoilers on his YouTube channel for millions of people to watch, then why would he be afraid to talk about it with random strangers? So it shows that this guy is probably really paranoid that something could happen to him or the authorities could get involved, and that's exactly what happened. So he knew, at least for some time, that what he was doing was immoral and wrong, and he should have just stopped posting all these leaks earlier, and he would be in a much better position right now with his YouTube channel and 2K and all these Borderlands related stuff. What I just talked about, that was the really important stuff. Now he is just claiming that he got some stuff from Reddit and other platforms, so... But I think this video has gone on long enough, and you guys already know what's happening. If you want to find out more, I'll update you when we do find out more. So, until next time, probably tomorrow, have a nice basic day, basically. Goodbye.